with your wife.
Yeah.
Who pays the bill? Who pays the fare?
Who pays the fare?
Yeah.
It depends.
It really does depend.
It literally does depend.
Wow, this is so interesting. I would expect the man to pay the fare.
I would, but it will depend. Like, let's say, for example, where are we going? Who said we should go there? Let's say, for example, we are going to work, right? And like I said, I'm the one who's, let's say, producing that particular production. So I'm the one who's going to be taking care of all those fares. But if I'm coming to, let's say, watch a show that she invited me to, you know, she'll take care of it.
Between the two of you, who is the one who brought up the word budget in your financial relationship? What were some of the things that you saw that prompted you that budget has to be discussed in this family?
One was his spending habits. Because now when we came, ours was like, maybe I would call it baptism by fire, but it was a good one. When we came together, it was like, when we started living together, it was like in 2019. And then at the end of the year, beginning of the year, COVID hit. And I was actually going through I had given birth, so I didn't have work at that time. So at that period, when I was not earning money, and the way his mind was programmed on spending, I used to feel like he was prioritizing the things that are not supposed to be prioritized. And he would call it as, I am dealing with the pressure that comes now. But in my mind, I am like, we can actually pre-plan for the pressure so that when it comes, we know how to deal with it. Because he loves pressure. Me, I don't. Me, I'm a baby girl. I do not like pressure. So we had to, and genuinely, the first 2 years were hectic. Because we started with the model of, first of all, let's bring together. Then we sort according to the way he's saying, what comes or whatever is pressure, and then we continue. And we'd find ourselves feeling like, I know that one was important, but I felt if we could have gone this way, it wasn't making sense. You understand? And then we went to, now we are working together. I will pay you this, you will pay this. Let's only have this. But when it comes to the time for financing production, our house used to run dry, and it was crazy. Like, you know, producing is hell if there are no sponsors at that particular time. So now we decided to go with the direction of using percentages in everything, including your own savings, so that now when the conversation comes in as, because we do every work that you get, there's a certain percentage for the house, for the child, for what. So if it is not enough, I will have a savings to bring on the table. He will have a savings to bring on the table, as opposed to the one that we used to have, let's yote, and then we get confused.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Perhaps to ensure that the ancestors don't turn in their grave, in case both of us, let's say, for example, we had put everything together and it's not enough for a particular thing that we need to pay. Let's say, for example, we need to pay for the house, school fees, whatever, and it's not enough, right? And we both have money. Now, to ensure the ancestors are okay, I will be the one to take up that initiative to make sure that the thing is fit.
Let's talk about some of the things that are really unexpected, or they are expected, but you know, when we start a family, you're thinking about the finances that affect your family and the children that you will have, your immediate family. But that's not the way society works. Is that there are also expectations outside of your nuclear family. So we have an extended family, we have our in-laws, and we have relatives outside of. How do we deal with that, and what have you experienced? Some of the lessons you've picked out from dealing with finances for relatives, and what would you advise young couples getting into marriage?
This one will maybe sound harsh, but with time, maybe specifically this year, I have come to start riding on the verse for live and cleave, and then cleave and live. Because the expectations are always there. And so much so that on the financial side, it is crazy. And more often than not, I used to find myself where I used to actually get drained because I want to give, and we do not have anything left. So right now I am moving with, first of all, let this, and by this I mean my home, be comfortable first, then I can give the extra. I used to overthink the notion of where someone would say, if I have like a 20% for giving out and if it has run dry, I will tell you no. I was like, see, if I have, I just give. But I have come to learn it is important to draw that boundary because asking never stops. Asking never stops. Si ati tutawanyima, but again, there are people whom if you continuously stretch the hand, they now become too comfortable that they know you're a backup plan. Yet, you yourself, you're your own backup plan in this space. So if you become someone else's backup plan, it's crazy. So I'm not saying I have hit it 100% because I am work in progress. I am like, until I know I am where I can spare, like even if I spare as much, I'll not be in a hot soup, is when you do it. Mm-hmm. But if you feel it's going to strain you and you do not know when the next is coming, it is okay to say no. It is a tough choice, the most painful thing, but it is okay to say no because the space you're in matters. And if there is peace in the space you're in, you will actually get the energy to go and look for the extra and help where you could.
People need to understand that